Started a new remote job and felt lost for your whole first month? Welcome back to Career English Podcast. I'm James, and that's Alex. Today, 5 English words to help you learn a new job fast, without looking new. By the end, you'll know the one word that gets you answers without asking your boss 10 times a day.
Okay, so last month I started a contract with a startup in Berlin. And my first week was honestly a mess. They sent me a handbook with 60 pages, a setup guide for 4 different tools, and a checklist of tasks to finish by Friday. I just stared at my screen and drank cold coffee for an hour.
That's a normal first month, and it happens on almost every remote team. Companies want you to ramp up fast, so they hand you everything on day one. New clients don't wait very long either. Did anyone offer to let you watch a teammate on a real client call?
Yes, my project manager said I could shadow her for 2 days. But I thought the handbook would be enough, so I said no thanks. I read it twice, and I still didn't know how to send an invoice, and I felt stupid asking on day 6.
The rules tell you what is allowed, but watching a real person shows you the daily work. And here's one warning about setup. Some freelancers spend 3 days making their tools perfect, with the nice desk and the new app. Then they forget the checklist the client actually cares about.
Wait, let me push back on that. Isn't a checklist just a to-do list with a fancy work name? My client kept using that word, and I laughed a little.
It sounds fancy, but there's a real difference, and I'll come back to it in a minute. Let's take the 5 words one by one. First one, ramp. We say ramp up when you get better and faster at a job, step by step. Nobody starts at full speed, and good clients know that.
Clients use that one a lot, so I'm glad we started there. My last client wrote, "Take 2 weeks to ramp up, then we start the real work." That message made me relax.
Next word, shadow. When you shadow someone, you watch them work and you learn how they do it. On a remote team, that means joining their calls or watching their screen share. You stay quiet, you take notes, and you copy the good habits. 2 hours of that can save you 2 weeks.
So yesterday, I shadowed to my team lead for 1 hour. Is that right? The word feels strange to me without a small word after it.
Almost. Just drop that little word to. The person comes straight after, so you say, "Can I shadow you tomorrow, just for one call?" It's a small change, and clients do notice clean English.
Fine, I'll take the correction. Honestly, 1 hour of watching my team lead's screen taught me more than the 60 pages did. I saw where she clicked, and I copied it. That's when I understood the difference.
Now back to your question. A to-do list is private and it's usually messy. A checklist is a fixed list of steps, often shared with your client, and you tick each item when it's done. In your first month, that list is your map, and it also protects you because everyone can see what you finished.
Here's my problem with that. My client's checklist had lines like, "Read the wiki," and nobody ever checked it. Does anyone really look after week 1?
Good clients look because it protects them too. Send the list back on Wednesday with everything ticked, and they relax. Now, word 4 is setup. Setup, as one word, means how your tools and accounts are ready to use.
That word caught me on a client call once. They asked about my audio setup, and I started talking about my apartment. They meant my microphone and my headphones, and I felt so small.
Easy mistake, and now you'll never forget it. Last word, handbook. A handbook is a document with the company rules and how things work there. Holidays, tools, who to ask for help. You don't read it like a novel. You search it when you have one question, and that saves everybody time.
Freelancers get these too, by the way. My Upwork client sent me a short brand handbook with colors, fonts, and tone rules. It saved me from 3 rounds of edits, so I read it twice.
And that's the pattern. The document gives you rules, the person gives you habits, and the list gives you proof of your work. Use all 3, and week 1 stops being scary.
Let's practice one sentence now, because I use it almost every week with new clients. Try saying it with me. I'll say it first, and then you say it after me in your own voice. Here we go. I'm still learning your setup, so can I join your next client call and just listen?
Why does that sentence work? It's honest and it's short. You tell the client you're new and you ask for something small. Nobody says no to a person who wants to learn. Also, it costs the client 2 minutes only, and you sound calm, not lost.
Okay, new scene for you. It's Monday morning for me, and my new client in Toronto is 9 hours behind. I open my email, and there it is. Welcome aboard. Here's the handbook, and here's your checklist for week 1. 12 items, and half of them scare me. What do I write back?
Write back with a plan, not only a thank you. Try something like this. Thanks for the welcome. My accounts will be ready today, and I'll finish the 12 items by Wednesday. Can I shadow someone on Thursday's client call? Now they see a freelancer who can work alone.
The time zone helps me there. While they sleep, I ramp up on my own, and one clear message is waiting when they wake up. That's how I got my second contract in April.
That's the whole trick with remote work. Your client can't see you working, so your messages are your work. A short, clear update in week 1 buys you trust for the next 6 months. And that trust turns into longer contracts.
Okay, put the whole first month together for me, from day 1 to week 4. I want the short version I can save in my notes.
Here it is, the whole month in one picture. Day 1, you open the handbook and search it, and you finish your setup so your tools work. Day 3, you shadow a teammate on a real call. All week you tick items off the checklist and send it back. By week 4, you ramp up to full speed.
Let me say one out loud, and you can say it with me after. I'll go first, slowly. My first week is finished, and everything is done. Can I take the client call alone next Friday?
Nice. And that last question is the one that gets you more work. Subscribe if you want more English for your freelance career, because next episode, we take the next step. How to ask your client for feedback without sounding worried. Same two of us, same simple words.
And a small promise from me. Pick one word from today, use it in a real message this week, and it stops being a lesson. It becomes yours.
Good plan. Your first month is not about knowing everything. It's about showing that you learn fast. Try this in your next email. Come back next episode and tell us how it went.